What would those previous generations have made of this high-tech hospital in Abu Dhabi? Like every medical facility in the Emirates, it's state-of-the-art. It has to be, because the patients treated here are very special indeed. They're falcons. These magnificent birds, waiting for a regular checkup, are the national emblem of the Emirates. Once, falcons had a more workaday role. Their hunting skills supplied the Emirati with food. Each autumn, wild birds were captured and trained. After a winter of hunting, they were released back into the wild at just the right time to rejoin the wild birds on their migration. Abu Dhabi Falcon Hospital doesn't just keep the birds in good health, it keeps a 1,000-year tradition alive as well. The Emirates now has over 40 million date palms, thanks to biotechnology and efficient irrigation. For 8,000 years, this bountiful plant has been the mainstay of life in one of the world's most challenging environments. It provides not only food, but shade, shelter, fuel, and medicine. Boats were made from its leaves, and even fish traps. Nearly 300 species of fish swim in the waters off the UAE. But in line with many parts of the world, these fish stocks are in a period of decline. To counter this, laws have been introduced to encourage conservation. Seabed trawling has been banned. The mesh size of fishing nets is controlled to prevent the landing of undersized fish. Spawning and nursery areas are protected. And traditional, more sustainable methods, like this, are encouraged. Fish farming is also being developed to help keep fish on the menu in future. Dhows are still built for fishing, and as many traditional craft are built today as a century ago, in exactly the same way. Racing dhows compete to commemorate past voyages to the pearl banks. When it comes to racing, Emiratis pour all their resources and energy into winning. Their world-class thoroughbreds train in Olympic-sized swimming pools. It may look fun, but it's serious preparation for top races, including the richest in the world, the Dubai World Cup.
It's a one-horse race. It's Dubai Millennium. Here comes Frankie Dettorian. In second place is Barron's. Public purse was third. And Dubai Millennium wins it.
To be the best in the world demands dedication as well as training.
It's a great feeling. I felt I carried the dream, and the dream was in my blood like a virus. It was hurting my body. And the only way to get out of that pain is to get my dream. If you look at the last shots I fired, usually sportsmen at that level will scream and jump and do that. It wasn't to me, it was more of just a relief. But once I got to the stage for the medal ceremony, usually in the World Cups I felt it's only me standing there for that ceremony. But at the Olympic, I felt the whole UAE was standing there. It's a great feeling.
The UAE is well endowed with energy. It has the world's 5th biggest reserves of oil and the 4th largest reserves of gas. But it's never taken this for granted. The key to the Emirates' success has been not just having energy, it's making good use of it. As Sheikh Zayed said at the start, wealth is not money. Wealth lies in men. This is what has convinced us to direct all our resources to building the individual and to using the wealth with which God has provided us in the service of the nation so that it may grow and prosper.
كان الأول كان ما كان طول عمر الشيخ زايد وعياله بناها تغير من غير شيء زين شيء ما له حدود.
ويريد كل واحد الله انعم عليه ما ينسى الآخرين من جماعته.
لين الأول نسير من هني لين البدوم لين البدوم هاي الغربية لين المرفأ لين غيره نبغى لنا 4-5 أيام ولا أسبوع على السفاين. زين بيوعنا بعطشنا بمانا بخبنا بدوقنا بكل شيء زين بتعبنا. لكن هالحين اللي بعيد صار قريب.
We need to talk about the past in order to understand the future, in order to understand even the present. And that's why today, 30 years later or 40 years later, you have all of this. This is not just because of the money. It's because of who we are.
You look at the Emirates and you try to probably resemble it to something, and it has a multifaceted part to it, which makes it more interesting, much more energetic, much more vibrant than any country that you see around. And it's a country that has a lot of security and a lot of peace about it. There are a lot of issues, there are a lot of turbulence that the whole world's going through. We stand as one of the best examples for a society that actually can drive coexistence of people and do the best you can together to move forward and have everyone benefit and win from it.